Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how I generate PDF as well as HTML doc out of my markdown file, which is basically my note-taking file. So out of my note-taking file, if I wanted to generate PDF of it or HTML of it in the fly, when I'm inside Vim, I put some mechanism inside Vim like everyone else to auto generate. Once I save the file, it will automatically generate the PDF and as well as HTML file for me, and I have a key combination which will bring up those generated PDF as well as HTML as per the keystroke I provide. I'll describe you in detail and the script I use to generate all those. Okay, so without further ado, so let me start from the backward. This is a file. Okay, so this is one of my note-taking file, and it's clearly, you can see on the status line, it's just a markdown file. Okay, so the criteria is that I have to make changes. Once I save it, it will going to trigger to make PDF and HTML behind the scene. Okay, with the help of a popular tool called Pandoc. These things can be done by hand, but this is a kind of automated stuff. That's the whole purpose of this video, how you could do that. I'll show you the script, what is triggering behind the scene. Okay, so for the timing, so if I made a change, say here is some space, right? You can see all I need, I just eliminate some space. Okay, so the file got changed. Now I save the file. If I write it, save the file. Please have patience because behind the scene it is making the PDF and HTML, and it takes some time on my particular. It might be blazingly fast for your more powered machine. My machine is getting old like me, so it takes time to get things going. Have patience. I put a lot of bells and whistles because of this slowness, and this is the only place I haven't put up any kind of warning pop-up or something like that, because it's wholly for my machine. I'm ready to wait. It's done behind the scene. Okay, it's done. So now say for instance, if I want to see the PDF version of this document what have been generated, I have a key bind for that. So all I have to do, LIDA PN. PN stands for PDF note. So I try to give the mnemonic name as close as possible. So I'm going to press LIDA PN. See, it generates this document in PDF form, and it is opening with Zathura. Okay, so it's wonderful, right? So it generates PDF, and if I press LIDA PN, it will bring up the PDF document which has been generated and showing it through Zathura. Okay, so I find it handy, so I thought to share it with you. Okay, so let me close it. Now for instance, it also generates the HTML version of it. So to bring up the HTML version, all I have to do, leader hn means HTML node again, leader hn, and it will pop up the browser, and here is the HTML version of it. Okay, so this way if I ever feel to get things going, I mean if I want my note to be published like this, so I can generate with for PDF and HTML, so I can share it with other people who will get a better view of it. Okay, so this is one of the simplified and automated way of doing it. Okay, so now, so how do I do that? First of all, let me open up my vMercy, because where the stuff I'm going in reverse, I showed you how it works. I'm showing you the bindings I have in my vMercy, then I'll show you the script I use for that. Okay, one in the reverse direction. So if I open my vMercy, and here it is, so you can see it's just simple auto command, which is once the buff write post, that means once I save the file, as you see I save the file once I change it with the write, and it is detecting the .md, that's the markdown file, and then it triggered this script, which I'll show you in a minute, along with the path name of the file. Okay, likewise for HTML also, it triggers this script with the file name along with the path, and to call up the, as I say, leader pn to see the PDF note in Zathura. So this way, and leader hn is for HTML note to see it in a browser. Okay, this is the simplest, these 4-5 lines I have added in my vMercy. Okay, so you can have a look at my vMercy on GitHub on the dot file repo if you want to know more about it. But this specific function requires these 5-6 lines of entry inside the vMercy file. Okay, so so now say I want to open so let me show you. Oh, I think I'm already in. So build note PDF, build note. Okay, this is the script, which you can see is absolute ordinary, which is taking a parameter. You saw my vMercy, right? It takes the file I'm in along with the path. This path has to be replaced here in file name 1, and I'm already inside my node directory where all my note taking files reside. And once I get it, so I took away the MD markdown extension and put .pdf file. Now here, with the help of pandoc becomes so popular, right? And because it does so many things so easily. So here I pass on the file name and then the output of what I have mentioned here. The file name should be intact, what was in the note file. Only the extension gets changed from MD to PDF, markdown to PDF, and I did it in the background so the Vim window should not get frozen while it is doing. Okay, so I put it back, the operation behind the scene. Then I have noticed while experimenting with this that if I do not put this sleep command, it will come up too quickly, so it failed to generate the PDF because it takes time to generate the PDF or HTML by pandoc, and probably due to the lack of power of my machine, it sometimes fails to generate those files. So I intentionally put this sleep command so it wait until things get done. Then once it is generated, I simply move it for just to be organized, move it in this particular directory, which is resides right underneath this directory, which is my node directory. There is a directory called pdfs where I move the file there. Okay, so and then if I wanted to see you saw my vimrc command, right? It will fetch the file, latest PDF generated file, and it will pop up in a Zathura. Okay, so now build note HTML. So this is similar to PDF. It has got similar structures except .pdf. It is generating HTML. Same way, I give the grace period or time to generate it, because again I'm saying that is not hardly required if you are sitting on a fast machine or something like, probably due to my aging machine, nothing more than that, I believe. Then it will generate the HTML behind the scene, and then it moves that HTML file in a HTML folder, which is reside right underneath my note file folder. And once it is generated, it is going to open up the latest HTML from this folder and open up with the browser. Okay, let me show you how that particular things open up. Okay, HTML not. So this is the file. You see, I just write one line find. This is the base file I told you, right? I have a HTML folder under my notes, as you see in the previous script, and then I try to find the .html extension, type file type. Then this is new or empty. It is looking for a latest modified time attached with the file. That means whatever is recently generated in that specific folder is going to be popped up. Okay, and then I take out the output of that of the previous command to cut down specific field. In this case is field number 11 with awk. Then I sort it with the file name and without case. That means case insensitive. That's why these flags are there. It's the file name sorting. Okay. Then I take the head one, the recent most entry in this particular directory. That's why head one is there. Then I grab all the stuff. And pass it to Xorg, and then it open up with Firefox, whatever your browser is, and then I throw away the output, the other output which might be messing around with the file you are in. So I'll throw it away, and that's it. This is how it is popping up the HTML report from the HTML folder underneath my notes. This is a simple find command which will go ahead, find the timestamp of recently generated HTML, take out the specific field, sort it out. If it is more than one, then it brings out the latest one with the head command, then it passes it to Xorg and with the application you wanted to open it with. Okay, likewise PDF note, it is similar to that script. Same, you can see the structure. It is simple find command, and again I'm piping it to Xorg and to Zathura to pop up the latest PDF what it found in this particular directory, because as you saw in the build node script, that once the node has been built by Pandoc, it moves the generated PDF into this particular directory, and I'm inside this directory. I'm trying to find the latest generated PDF in this particular directory, take out the specific field from the output, then sort it out accordingly, according to the file name and case insensitiveness. Okay, and then find out the latest one and then pipe it to Xorg and then to Zathura to pop up the latest generated PDF. Okay, these are the simple one-line stuff which will does the trick for me, and this script is getting called inside vMercy as you saw. Okay, so if you wanted to really have a look at it, all those script, what I'll do, I'll put these 4 scripts in a repo in GitHub called admin script. I have a GitHub repo called admin script. I'm going to put this 4 script in that repo. If you wanted to have a longer look on this, or wanted to use this, or want to improve it on your own, so you can have it. So I'll put this 4 script for 2 build script to generate 2 different report, and 2 mundane script to pop up the things in Vim. Okay, so I'll give you the link of the repository, GitHub repository, where the script will be reside, so you can have a look at it. Okay, so I hope this will give you some sort of heads up, or generate some sort of interest in you to do something more meaningful than what I did or shown here. But this works for me. This was required for me, so I made it. absolute ordinary stuff. You could have done much better with your requirement probably, but the purpose of to show this, that people might get cue or clue or idea and go ahead and implement in their own way to get things resolved. If you're sitting inside Vim and you want to tap the potential of Vim to manipulate it in a better way, different way, an effective way essentially, so that's why this video is all for. So thanks for watching.